Hello, colleagues, friends, amigos. Hope you're doing very well. Thank you for tuning in for another week of chatting about our experience in the classroom as world language teachers. Last week, I talked to you about vocabulary lists, and I saw many comments on social media in these Facebook groups where I post or in my blog, and some comments were in favor of the idea, which is not my idea, just something that I do in my classes, and some others were uh, against the idea, which is fine, because I think that the value here is that I'm sharing what has worked in my instruction for many years. I have been teaching Spanish for 32 years, and I have gone through many stages during my teaching career, and this time I feel very sure about what I'm doing, and I can see what works and what doesn't work. So I'm not going to argue with anyone who writes kind of like a not very nice comment, what you're saying is wrong, you shouldn't be saying that, I have done this my whole life. Fine, because I'm just sharing what has worked in my instruction. And that's why I want to share it, because I feel that after teaching for so long, I feel the need to give. I feel the need to support my colleagues, and that's the only reason why I'm doing these short videos. There's no other reason. I'm not after an award. I'm not after recognition. No, it's just sharing, as simple as that. And this is my way to thank you for dealing with my accent. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about writing. And I know that I'm going to have people who doesn't agree about what I'm going to say. But friends, we know very well that listening leads to speaking. And we know very well that reading leads to writing. But we want our students to start writing pages and pages from level 1. And then we even work with these little forms where they give you a line so the students can write and count how many words they wrote after the second week of instruction. And we feel very proud because our students wrote 100 words after the first week. And we don't look at the quality of the writing. We just say our students wrote. Now, I'm not saying that we need to fix on the grammar portion and see if the verbs are conjugated or not, because after all is level 1. But somehow we are pressuring our students to write when they are not ready, to write in the second language when they are not ready, when they haven't had enough input, enough exposure to the language, and especially with Spanish, a language that is so phonetic, a language that you write the way you speak it. So we need to give them lots of input during those first levels. Yeah, if it was for me, if it was my decision, I will totally allow my students to just get the input during those first years of Spanish instruction, and then start working on the writing after probably halfway through the second level or after the third level. Because you know what's going on? So many teachers upset because the kids get to Spanish for an AP and they still keep making the same mistakes. They don't keep making the same mistakes because they are stubborn. They don't keep making the same mistakes because they are not smart. They don't keep making the same mistakes because they can't learn or they can't acquire it. They keep making the same mistakes because they were forced to write from the second week of Spanish instruction in their life. So this is something that has come from the beginner levels, because we do not have the time to really help our students write well at that moment, because we need to think about the speaking, the listening, the reading, and the writing. And sometimes we even think that each lesson has to contain the 4 skills. Huh? So that is why, my friends, we need to focus on the input, the reading and the listening during the first and second years of language instruction. I know that your administrators won't agree with this. Fine. Just look for a moment where you can show something, do some kind of product, but in your instruction, focus on giving that quality input. You will see, and especially with languages like Spanish, how beautiful they will start writing afterwards. I'm gonna tell you a little secret. Sometimes, I teach the upper levels, and sometimes when I get my students to my AP class or my Spanish 4 class, I can see that they have a lot of trouble writing. They cannot put together one and one. There's a lot of grammar mistakes. There are a lot of inaccuracies trying to put ideas together. So I don't attack them. I just, I keep giving the AP input, the Spanish 4 input for the first semester. I don't make them write right away. What? You don't make them practice for the persuasive essay, for the argumentative essay right away? No, I don't. I wait till the second part of the year, and then we start writing. But at least they have had that first semester of input. We have discussed the topics. So there's something here that allows them, helps them to write better. Friends, this is not rocket science. This is allowing ourselves to teach with the cap backwards, because we're complicating ourselves too much trying to help our students acquire a second language, which is a process that even happens naturally. So thank you so much. I hope to see you next week. Bye.